Make sure we got the right game captured. You know what? Let me switch my other glasses. Ugh. Sometimes. Ooh, those are dirty too. Sometimes I gotta get my normal day-to-day glasses don't work. And I gotta get my computer glasses out so I can see what the hell's going on. Especially if I'm gonna stream for a while. Oh, wow, I can see. Holy crap. Woo, where's the world? Where's the world? Here we go. Load the game, load the game. No, we are here. 48 hours into our playthrough here with StarRupture, which we have really got going. Let's see. Okay, where are we at here? All right, yesterday, we came into this spot on the map, which is pretty much all the way to the far east from where you start. So you start over here, here's your orbital landing, you go as far east, southeast as the map again, currently allows you to travel. And we've got some calcite here. So with that calcite, do we have any? We don't have any more building material. With that calcite, we hastily, I would say, maybe not hastily, but hastily, we built on the side of the mountain here where these resource nodes are at, and mainly because in order to like build a good tier through the whole thing, it was not very. It had taken a lot and been really, really hard to try to line everything up, make it all perfect, make it look pretty, all that kind of stuff. And so we just built it off the side of the mountain. We started with the first one at the very top, which was a pure. It took eight smelters, and we just ran them down the line for 8. And then this one took 4, so we just ran 4 right there. And then this other one up there, it took, I don't know, like 8. It took 8. And we just ran them down the side. And then here on the bottom, this one here takes 4. So we haven't even done that one yet. We got to figure out how to squeeze that one in there. But I don't have any more building material. So we need to run back to the main base and get some building material. Doo-doo, boop, boop. There we go. Let's see. Let's get something to eat and do some trading some stuff in. Let's see. Let's use that, and we'll use one of those. That beefs everything back up. Let's use this one, and we'll put in and get some data points back. 86,000. That's pretty good. All right, got some of that done. I don't know if we have a whole lot more. Okay, we do have some. Not bad, though. Just got to keep collecting. We're getting there. We're getting there. I want to be able to get all the foods unlocked. Not that it really makes that big of a difference, because to be honest, the best food, pretty much the best one in the game is pretty close to the Nutra Chew, which is 30 and 40. This one's 20 and 30. And then you've got the Polyfruit one here, which... No, it's in here, I think. Nope, it's definitely not in there. It's in the Prickler. It's this Nutrigel right here. It's 40 calories and 50 hydration. It probably is the better one of the whole game to get for food to help your hydration and calories. And that's this one here. There's no toxicity to it, and it takes care of both things in one drop. There are some individual items that do higher hydration and individual items that do higher calories, but for just a single space to cover that, that's really the best. Like this one's 75 hydration and that's 65 calories. But these are they're so easy to make that it really isn't one of those deals where it's like, oh, I gotta do a bunch of them. That's the top one. I need the bottom one. Looks like I need to make a little ammo. Okay. Yeah, let's go grab some stuff here. We got to make at least a little bit of ammo. That's all wire. That's all wire. Let's grab some. Gotta get some building materials going here. We got a little bit of building to do. Actually, we got a lot of building to do today. We're building a lot of stuff today, actually. There's going to probably not so much when it comes to running around and doing exploration. We did some of that yesterday. Really, today is about... we need to go over there. Wave warning. Okay. Can I go over to... Let's go to the calcite base. I need powder. We did some exploration yesterday. There's not much more that we're going to be able to do. Oh, hey, look, we completed liquid helium. Ooh, a compounder. Oh, this is where things start getting fun. Lens, nanofiber, synthetic resin. Yeah, this is ion injector, the superconductor. This is where stuff starts getting freaking crazy. Okay, we still need liquid helium, though. And these are the last two levels, 10 and 11. It's liquid helium here. No big deal. Turbines to get that unlocked. I think we still need to set up turbines. And then lenses to unlock those war bonds and get these pieces here. And this is the one I think we still have the most. 9, 10, and 11. Core amplifier, electromagnetic coils. This is going to be a little bit... It's going to take us a little bit of effort to get through these here because they take things that are like this pump. The pump is just, wow. There's a lot of parts that go into the pump. Pressurized helium. Probably going to end up doing this through pressurized helium, not through the pump, just because that's easier to make. Let's get the good view. Let's get the face full of fire view. Saturday, because I know some of you are going to watch this on replay, but Saturday, we are doing an 8 and 8. I have 8 demos of survival, crafting, base building games. I have 8 of them, and we're going to do 8 of them, and we're going to do 1 hour each. So 8 demos in 8 hours. We're going to give all of them at least a 1 hour try. See which one we like the best. What might be worth it, what might not be worth it. We're going to give it a roll. It's been a while since I've done an 8 hour stream. So that's going to be a little bit of fun. But I want to get through these demos. And since I'm not streaming next week because of my surgery, and I need to spend time on getting my book written. I'm way behind. I need to get after that, and so we're gonna finish out Saturday with an 8 and 8. Oh, get back inside. Ooh, that was almost too hot. Almost too hot. I forgot what game I was playing. Let's run out here and get cooked. So we're gonna do an 8 and 8. We're gonna get through all of these demos that I want to play. 1 hour. We're gonna give 1 hour each. We're gonna do that on Saturday, starting at 9 Eastern. We're gonna hit a whole stack of them. I've already got it on the calendar. It's on the schedule. So yeah, we're gonna do that on Saturday. And full 8 hours of streaming. We're gonna nail every one of the demos that I want to play. R8 Heart, welcome. We're gonna get into it. I've been trying to figure out a way to play them so bad for freaking, I don't know, a couple of weeks now. I've been trying to figure out, how am I going to get all these in here? How am I going to fit these in here? How am I going to do these? And I just said, I thought about it last night. I'm like, what if I do one big stream and we cover all 8 of these demos? We give all 8 of them a try. Everybody gets 1 hour, so that I feel that, within 1 hour, we're going to have at least a halfway decent idea on the demo. Do we want to come back and play this one again later? Is it interesting? Is it not interesting? And then we'll make a decision from there on, what else we might want to do. But I think for the time being, we're going to give them a whirl. Okay, let's just go ahead and plop those out. All right, gets me all kinds of ammo. Okay, let's move all this out of the way because I got a system here. Okay, let's put some of that in here. We'll just have it for later. The rest of it I'll put up at the other base out there in the middle of nowhere, and we'll do that. So yeah, Saturday's going to be fun. I got new wheels for my chair. I got like some really fun wheels for my chair, but now my chair literally just, you just barely move and the whole thing like, whee, wants to take off on you. I'm gonna have to keep my feet off of the floor. That might be the better option for me. I like it. I like the wheels. They're really nice, and they definitely keep me from getting stuck and hung up on the floor. But I just put them on this morning. I haven't got used to them yet. They're super slick. Ghostman, welcome. Okay, we need to. I bet that's what it is right there, because we did not label it. Yes, we did not label it. Okay, so we still need to do 4 smelters for here, and then we have to split these. We have to split these in half. One is going to do calcite sheets, and the other one has to do calcite powder, if I am not mistaken. This is going to get squirrely, though, because I don't want to just take that, come off this edge over here and start doing it. But at the same time, I'm already pretty much prepped to take these 2 items here and drop them over here and start making powder. What do we do? Or do I just need to do sheets for everything and just chunk out? Because it's ceramics I think I'm trying to make. That's what the goal was, if I'm not mistaken. We want fabricator. And, fabricator is in the furnace. What can we do out here? We don't, nope, that's not, nope, not doing any of these. We could do those, but we don't need them. Woo-wee! So it's not this. We know sheets are done in there. Let's drop a furnace real quick. Okay, synthetic silicon. We need ceramics and the helium and calcium. That's what we're making out here. The ceramics and the synthetic silicon. And then ceramics take calcite sheets and wolfram powder. Now we have that spot we found all the way over on the other side that has all of that, wolfram. Wild Wolf Workshop, welcome. Thank you for that share. Thank you for all the love. Appreciate that big time. Okay, so we're doing synthetic silicon. So we need powder, and we need ceramics, and then we have the helium. So we need, we got to split this up. So we have to have, we have to have half of these. Let me get rid of that. Oh, man. Why is it that it seems like every time I start streaming, my allergies just go freaking crazy? Maybe because I'm talking and breathing a lot. I don't know. um, okay. Yeah, we got great weather. I got my window wide open. The weather is freaking fantastic. And we're supposed to have like in the 60s for the next 2 weeks. It's fantastic. It's going to be so nice around here. I'm just hoping this is not like an early indication of how the allergy season is going to go for me this spring. Because if it is, man, we're in so much trouble. I'll be walking around with like one of those masks that the guys that do sheetrock wear. I'll be walking around with one of those all the time. Okay, we've got 12 here that we need to send to furnaces. So I need 12 furnaces over here. Oh my lord, I don't know how I'm gonna squeeze 12 of these in here. That's a lot. Let's grab furnaces and let's use the okay. How many can we get right here? So if we do that, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if we take the 4 from right there and we pop those right there, that would give us where's all our power go? Okay, just putting them down took my power out. That's crazy. Baron, welcome. So then we have to figure out how to do 8 right here. So if I do them back to back like this, I probably could do it. So if we do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I flip it the other way, and I do 1. Oops, get back there. 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so that gives me 4 up there, 8 right there. So I need to take this one. Okay, we got to take these out. Oh, I can't wait till they get the update out. So it stops doing this. Sometimes this game, when you put something down, it doubles whatever that is that you put down. And so occasionally you have to go through and look at your plates. Not your items. Your machines seem to don't do it, but your plates and your supports and things like that, they will do it at times. And as soon as you remove the one, the other one stays there and you're perfectly fine. But I think that's part of some of the problem with the saving and some of the building is that it's putting things in there twice, and that's causing issues. Not huge issues, but just enough to be a royal pain in the ass. And then because it causes those issues, then you have other issues. Okay, let's go back to using this. Oh, I hate it when it does that. Now I gotta delete that. Do that. And then we grab that again. And now we need to go with the out. And we'll come around this side is what we'll do here. So we do this. And do that. Sorry, excuse me. And then we're going to put that in. Looks like I got to finish up a little bit of the workout here before I ran out of it. Put that down. Put that down. Now we need to go up here because we're gonna have to link the outs of these to that, and so this is where it's gonna if we take this one out, and maybe even take this one out, let's see how this connects. Can we connect right here? Yeah, that'll be all right. That doesn't look too horribly bad. Okay, now we got to do the ends for this though. And so here come. Oh, that's gonna fit though. They're gonna let me squeeze it in there. All right, that works. Okay, so now we got to connect. So this one right here kicks out for a second. And so it's going to 4 smelters. And then China GB, welcome. And then we go to that and we're going to these 4. So let me scoot down here so I can see just a little bit better. So from here, we're going to come in there. And then these, it's only going to take 1 for each of these. These furnaces use up so much power. So much juice. And I just dropped a bunch of them. Okay, then we need to connect the back. Now you could do it without putting this one right at the output here and just run it out of here straight into this line. I just don't like how it's not square. That's just me. I like it nice and pretty. At the same time, though, when I do that, when I do this, I actually leave it open that if I need to take some of whatever comes off of like this one, I can just turn it around and I've already got the pieces in place and I can just redirect. So it gives me some options here. All right, and these are all outputs too, so we will finish with these outputs. Oopsies. Now, do I want to come... Which way do I want to go with my storage? Because I could put my storage right here. I didn't bring any of those, though, so I got to go small storage. Shit. I need big storage. I don't want to use small storage. We'll run these down here. And then we'll run this in. I can't go back until I solve my power problem though, so we'll have to solve the power problem here in just a second. Okay, now all of these need to be turned into calcium powder. All of them. All of it. Calcium powder. Ugh. It's Thursday, isn't it? Woo. Why does this week feel like it went by so fast? Thursday already. Halfway through Thursday. Okay, where did we put that? There it is. We need to put some more power. We need the power. Give me the power. I want the power. Can we put it right there? No, we cannot put it right there. Shit. Where do we put the power? Where do we put the power? I don't like it all the way up here. Can I stick it on the end over here? No? Is that not connected? Yeah, that's not connected. Damn it. I could have made it connected. I could have forced it, but I didn't really want to force it like that. Can't really do it right here, can I? No, you're not going to like it right there because you're a butthole. Oops, we're way too high. I gotta go down. Yeah, you're not. Oh. You're going to work right there? You're not going to work right there, are you? Yeah, you're going to work right there. I'm not going to like you right there, though. Let's go down here a little bit. We took a spot off right here. Maybe we can slide. No, we're not going to slide it in there. If we could do it right here on the end. In one more. There we go. All right, everything turns back on. I'm gonna need more power though, so let's see if we can attach back here. That'll give us a little bit more. We don't have any protection on our base here though, so we've got to do that. Put our little wall up here around our base core so that the buggies can't just come over here and chew on it and shut everything down, because they will. They like to do that. They like to just turn it all off. Wish there was a faster way north and south to do this. But there isn't. You got to do this one click at a time. I don't have anything on when there's going to be any update yet. I don't know. I was hoping after it got announced, there was, some of the items were announced last week. I was really hoping that we would have it, like yesterday. I was hoping, but we didn't get it. So we don't have any update on an update. An update on an update. We don't have one. That's all right. We'll just get it when we get it. We have still quite a few pieces we need to make, and they are not easy. They are very complicated, and they take time to do. So we have plenty. We need to go back and make. We need to get some good stuff. We need medium level materials. And medium level building materials are a bit of a pain in the ass to make. I think they're overcomplicated, I'll be honest. It takes way more items to make them than I think it should. It's not in a horrible bad way, like way too many items, but just way too many items. And you'll see here. If you haven't seen me make these yet, well, you're not going to have to make these. You're not going to have to. Because I'm going to do that right there. And then I'm going to zippity do it all back and keep on building. Because I don't want to make those things. They're so complicated. Okay, we got to get those. This is in the wrong place. We're going to move this. We're going to move it. And then, no. What we do need to do is build these, though. Because we got to have a place to put this stuff. So one right there. We'll go 2. You know what? We're going to go 3. And we're going to go 3 because, well, shit, why not? Why not? Having the extra built up won't hurt anything, so. And it's going to take us a little bit. Let's don't walk off the edge. Let's not walk off the edge. Let's do that. And then give ourselves just a little more room right there. There we go. Now we're not going to be in too much trouble. Oops, nope. We got to go from this one that way. These, you have to put them, you have to put them in the order of the direction that you want them to go. It doesn't have the brains to say everything's going this way and the storage is over here. Let's go that way. It doesn't have the brains to do that. It'd be nice if it did. You could just put the rails down. It would know where to go automatically. That'd be great. Okay, let's turn it on and see how insane this gets. Calcium powder, cranking it out. Okay, I don't see any coming out the top. Oh, why don't I see any coming out of here? You're not getting any blocks. Why are you not getting any blocks? Are these not turned on to make blocks? Are you not making... Oh, you're not making blocks. That's why it's not working. Just got to follow the logistics back through the path and you'll find it. Christy, welcome and a quickie hello. And Tim Tactics popping in as well. All right, now we're doing something. I don't know what exactly we're doing. We're doing something. All right, making calcium powder. Calcium powder. And now we've got to build 4 for that one, and then we need to make calcium sheets. And as you can see, we're just building this right off the side of the mountain. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. And we're gonna continue that look. We're just gonna go for it. I need 4 smelters. Okay. We were doing it like this, I think. I don't like that being right there. I don't like it being right there. But it flows with where everything else is flowing. Okay, we gotta use the building drone here to get some height, get a sense of scale here. We have to be able to put a splitter down to make this work. Thank you, Christy. Appreciate it. We will have a wonderful stream. This is gonna, if I, my brain is chunking here because at some point I want to get these to kind of line up down here, but I really want to be very careful. So I'm trying to use my space without like overreaching my space, if that makes sense. Oops, crap. Let's do that. Let's do this. Jordy, welcome. Bobby, welcome. It's just okay. Let us do this first. Let's drop this out. That's on a weird angle. Let's do. Can we go back one more? Let's do that. And then can we just drop it straight down? All right, it's going to let us roller coaster it. We're going to roller coaster it. Okay, now let's go back up. Do this again. Flip this way. That'll let us get behind it. Okay. Let's do 1, 2. 3. I don't like it, but we're gonna do it. It doesn't give me the warm and fuzzy. Part of me wants to turn it so that it's this way, but I end up using actually more space down than across, only by 1 block. So it just kind of makes the sense to, if I'm gonna use the space, I'm gonna do this. Just makes more sense. It's only one single block is the difference. That's the funny part. It's like, okay, I'm quibbling over a single block. So I need to stop. I need to stop being so worried about one little block. Again, this is just making the blocks. Then we have to put in 12 fabricators, which is going to take a ton of room anyway. Really? Really? Because, you know, that makes sense to fling it over there all of a sudden. Hold my breath. I don't know why I'm holding my breath, but I catch myself doing that. It's like somehow hold my breath. I concentrate better. Not even close. All right, then we'll put our outs. And Decano, welcome. Okay, so we got our outs there that we're going to run into here, and we're just going to run all these into one line. Not ideal way to do this, but these are tier 2 lines, so there's no reason that it can't handle the output for these. Just have to split it up elsewhere. Anthony Hardis, welcome. Okay, now we have to get out of here, close that off, and then we have to tell these we want blocks and blocks and more blocks. Okay. All right, so now we have 12 smelters punching out blocks, and we need to turn all of it into sheets. Yeah. If we do 6, okay. Let's try this. All right. If we do it at this level right here, right? And I hit Y and it locks it in place. And looks like it'll let me do it right there. Not as much as I would like to do with it. Well, all right, we'll do what we can. Then we're going to have to do it the hard way. Yeah, I kind of should have known that just from that one right there. That wasn't going to let me work the way I wanted it to. Oh, wait a second. That's not what I was trying to go. Okay, so this is the weird part about working down slopes in this game. Safirio, you got to be kind of careful working down slopes because you can get so off in your levels that it just turns into complete shit. I wanted to be balanced off of that one, but to be honest, it probably makes better sense to come off of this one. So we're gonna have to get rid of all this. Dang it. And the deleting of stuff in this game is freaking... Oh, they gotta fix this. This individual shit is... I mean, if you're deleting the exact same item, you can see there that it speeds up. But if you're not deleting the exact same item, then it goes back to like this super slow piece. And so when you're jumping between plates and things like that, it just... Okay. I'm going to let that block right there slide because I'm just going to go right over the top of it. I do not care. It's not going to work for me. So we're going to double up. It's got to go at least 6 out to double up and work. And we're going to run into a problem right there. So if I put my first line here, I've got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I gotta go 7, 8. I gotta go at least 2 more. Made a whole walkway from main starting area to the helium area. Nice. When you build on a second story, sometimes it wants to do. Yeah. Okay. So I think what you're saying there, Anthony, is I've run into that issue before, and so each one of these pillars, okay, each one of these supported pillar pieces, it can hold, I believe we counted it out, 20 platforms. Okay, you could put 20 platforms on this thing. And so if you're building a second tier, okay, and you're trying to take some of your pillars out, right? Trying to make room underneath, it's calculating a not the one. Thank you for that follow. Appreciate it. It's calculating out a what is the right term? Structural integrity. And so yeah, it's gonna it's gonna say that whatever you've got underneath can't hold, the items at the end because you've got like if I do another pillar, can I fit another pillar up in here? Yeah, should fit right there. Right? Okay. So if I take this one out, see how it's trying to say that there's not enough structural integrity to hold all of that stuff further out up, but this one pillar can hold this portion of it. So that's where you're losing your structural integrity to hold the rest of it up. So I think that's probably what you're seeing. Why you say it's taking stuff out of the top, because it's counting on structural integrity that is no longer there. This game isn't quite like Satisfactory, where Satisfactory gives you a whole lot of leeway when it comes to structural integrity. You can build crap in the middle of the air, and it does not care at all. Whereas in this game, you still got some leeway, but you're not just given the same freedom to build all the way across the entire sky with one block everywhere you go. And you can get away with stuff like that in Satisfactory that you can't in this game. And I'm okay with that. After playing 7 Days to Die and structural integrity being a huge part of that game, it doesn't bother me with this game at all. I'm like, yeah, I actually feel like you're being very generous to me, in all honesty. 7 Days to Die, crap, man. That game punishes you if you get the structural integrity wrong. Your whole base, everything will just fall apart, and they don't care. Gravity is real. Vince, welcome. Gravity is definitely real. I don't sometimes so like when you play Satisfactory, there's times that I like that. I like that ability to not have to worry about it. It's like, here, I just need a big fat parking lot so that I can start putting things together and build in the factory. And that's nice. But again, their game is based pretty much purely on on efficiency, not necessarily on the building, but the efficiency of building. And so all of the stuff that you do in that game is all about the proper efficiency of manufacturing. I produce this much ore, I can produce this much wire, I can produce this many ingots. and then it makes this many, sheets, and so it does it like that. And they don't really care about the structural integrity. And again, this game gives you a lot of leeway to structural integrity. Some of their structural integrity is still kind of screwed up, though. I'll fully admit it's not. Let me get some sound going here. It's not perfect. There are times when I've tried to build an item, like this, and literally it'll let you build it with nothing underneath of it, just off of the integrity of being attached to the one next to it. And then there are other times where I will have full support like this underneath and try to put just one single one down, and it says it's not supported well enough. And yet I've got the exact same item right next to it under the same support. So a little bit of that is kind of weird. It needs to get sorted. I'm sure it will. It's not that big of a deal for now. But I like the idea of some structural integrity. I do. It just adds a slight bit of realism to the game. Vince, welcome. Katie, welcome. But again, at the same time, I can do crap like this. I can just wrap my smelters clear on the side of a mountain and just run my stuff down, and none of it makes a difference. It doesn't matter if that's real or not. You just started Satisfactory? Oh my lord. Shame on you, Vince. You should be playing StarRupture. I am not sponsored by these guys. I don't have anything to do with StarRupture. I love the game. A huge Satisfactory player, though, from the days of when it was first released on the Epic Store. And just finished StarRupture last week. And so now, Satisfactory is freaking, oh my God. I really wish Epic would tell me the number of hours that I've put into that game, because I know it is massive. I have sunk a ton of time into that game. It's a great game. It really is. For a factory game, it's a great game. Okay, so we need one there. No. Let's do it like this, because then I just have to put 6 in, right? Yeah, like that one. 6 on each side, because I got 12. 2, 3. Vince, I am too. I haven't heard anything on the update. I was really thinking last week when they dropped their little bits of, what's coming. I thought for sure that maybe what would be coming would be this week. Kind of figured maybe we would have gotten it yesterday, and we didn't. I was a little brokenhearted. Just a little bit. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll just, oh, you dirty dog, get away from come here. Nobody invited you to come beat up my stuff. Loser. Disinfect it. There we go. That's a bug. That's a complete bug, Anthony. They're not supposed to be switching rails like that. Everybody and their brother has been like, has said that absolutely sucks. They need to fix that. Because it absolutely sucks and they need to fix it. You're supposed to be able to it's supposed to be an easier way to, do like a power line, where you bring in 3 things. You could take it from 3 different manufacturing points and run 3 items in and do it like that. There was other methods and stuff that they showed. But yeah, no, it's supposed to be. There's supposed to be more to that than what there is. So it'll get fixed. It's on the list to be fixed. Just a bug. Just a bug. Yeah, it drove me nuts too. The first time I caught it doing it, I was like, "Oh, that's bullshit." And then I literally tried to test it using the 3 rails, but I put one item on the far side and one item on the other far side, and it would still switch between them. I'm like, that's got to go. That's got to go. Okay, let's see. We need to bring our goodies. Okay, I need to, in order to make this work, I need to stand here and then select this and then use the drone. Hit Y. Lock it in place, speed this up. Doo-doo. Okay, then we're going to put one out there, and then one there, one there. No, the update's not out. At least at the time that I started playing, the update is not out. I got a sneaky suspicion since they didn't release it yesterday, we're not going to see it this week. Most of the time, games drop their updates like on Tuesdays. And so that's where I figure we're not going to see it. We're not going to see it until at least next Tuesday at the earliest. I want it sooner than that. I'd love it, but I don't think we're going to get that lucky. Okay. Okay. Oops, something's close by. Hang on. So if you're ever in the drone mode, okay, and all of a sudden you're thrown out of the drone mode, it's one of 2 reasons. Either these bugs have come by and they're attacking within a range of you, or the rupture is about to happen. And so the game throws you automatically out of being in the drone. So if you ever have that happen, because before I knew that's what it was doing, man, it was pissing me off. I'm like, why can't I get out in the drone? Why won't it let me in the drone? I'm keep hitting the button. I'm like, what the hell? And then I got the warning, 13 seconds till the rupture, and I'm like, oh, well, that's why. So yeah, if that ever happens to you, just know that there's either a bug or a rupture. Let's see, update, no. Vince, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Okay, so Saturday. This Saturday. There's another one. He's over there. What are you guys doing? Get away from my shit. Where are you guys coming from? Over the hill and through the woods? All right, hang on. Am I missing him somewhere? Just randomly showing up? What the hell? I'm gonna have to put a gun down. Okay. Back to work. All right, thanks, Vince. This Saturday, we're doing an 8 for 8. 8 demos in 8 hours. I have got quite a few demos for survival crafting base building games. And damn it, there was only one way I could figure to resolve it. And that was to... Anthony, thank you for that follow. Appreciate it. Is to just do one day. And we're going to do a whole lot of... Okay, well, that's okay. We're going to turn the turret on. Turret will do its thing. That'll protect this out just a little bit. We're going to cover 8 games that are all survival, crafting, base building games. We're going to give each one of them 1 hour of our time. And we're going to see what might be worth picking up and playing. And or at least you guys. I only put 1 turret. I didn't get the second turret put up. I just did 1 turret. So it's on the schedule. I got to put on the schedule so you can see the games. We will do another hour with Windrose. That game is freaking so cool and so awesome that we can't help but put a little more time into that one. But there's 7 others that I'm gonna play, and again, I just couldn't find a better way to put them in and fit them into the game into my schedule. So I said, you know what, we're just gonna take 1 day and play demos. It's not really in my normal schedule. Really, what in the world would make you think that I want to put that all the way over there? So we're gonna do that on Saturday, starting at 9 Eastern in the morning, and we are gonna go through. Every game gets 1 hour, and we're gonna see what we like and what we don't like. It was the best way I could think to do it. Honestly, it probably just looked better doing that. It does look better just doing that. For the PlayStation, huh? Nice. That's pretty awesome. Justin Westerberg, welcome. These are all demos, though. None of this is special. These are all demos that you literally can download right now from Steam. I just happened to be kind of going through some stuff and looking at things, and I was like, that looks like a cool game. That looks like a cool game. That looks like a cool game. And so I just grabbed up a bunch of them that I've kind of been keeping eyeballs on. Just haven't had the time to really play. And so I just kind of said, yep, we're going to find a way to get through them. And since I'm going to be off next week from streaming, so no streams next week, we will... All right, Anthony, thank you very much. Hope to see you again soon. I figure we'll do a good day on Saturday. Cover a bunch of stuff. Try out some new games. Maybe we'll find another gem in there somewhere that we will want. All right, now we need to go ahead and come down here and let's put in some more storage. And then I think we have to go work on... You come up in here and just... How did you get past the turret? The turret just completely ignored the fact that you were rolling up in here? Dude, do your 873. He had 900 too. Spookly the Friendly Ghost. Yeah, this is the tier 2s. Got all that, man. I'm like, woo-wee. But again, it takes the mid-grade level, takes these intermediate building materials, which are a pain in the ass to build and take way too much crap to make. Yeah. But once you get them, man, that's all you want to do is use these because they hold so much more. And not like just a little bit more, like 3 or 4 times. 4 times as much. They have 16. 16 versus the 4. Kind of seems a little, like, you know, give me an 8 or a 12. But if you're going to give me a 16, you're not going to hear me argue. I'm going to use it all day long. And since it's only 150 of the intermediate building material, yeah, I'll put them in everywhere. Everywhere. All right, so that'll keep running there. So now we need to run back. I need to go. Oh, do we have a base over here? We don't even have a base over here. Yeah, we don't even have a place to hide over here. Okay. We got to put in a base, a habitat, so that we don't die. And we need to put this back in. Our teleporter needs to come back in. See, I could put this big old teleporter and stuff on. Okay, I'm just going to stop before I get mad. I don't even want it to face that direction. Damn it. What are you doing? Stop saving. Stop saving. Killing me. Let's go ahead and get our normal setup put together real quick. Like we do for all of our bases. Well, that was good timing. Wave warning. I want to do that one. I want to do this over there. And let's get rid of this right here. And let's put that right there. And then I can put some windows in. Woo! Let the rupture happen. We haven't done. I don't. We did do this one over here because we got a base over here. What does it take to build? Okay, that's sulfur, so I can still do those. Okay. I'm not a scientist, but that didn't look healthy. No, Chris Jackman, welcome to the stream, and no, that was not healthy. That was absolutely terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. I gotta wait. I can't do anything until it stops. Ryan Smith, welcome. We are playing StarRupture. We are pretty far. We're 48, 49 hours along in our playthrough. We have completed the world engine. Or the forgotten engine. All depends on what verbiage you catch them using. And so we have the teleporters now. We are working on trying to just get to the point where we've made all of the stuff. We need to make all of the stuff. Did you notice the huge building to the southeast direction? Southeast direction of what? Like, where's my initial frame of reference? Southeast direction. So if I'm looking at the World Engine entrance is here. You're saying southeast. That's south and that's east. This is a survival game like Rust, Ark, etc. So, kinda, sorta, Chris. You're in a direction there. There's huge buildings out here. This is a factory survival exploration game. So if you know Satisfactory, Factorio, Foundry, yeah, maybe a production survival. Maybe that's what it is. Production survival. But you're a prisoner. You get dunked onto this planet, and basically you have to provide items to the corporation, and it's increased factory difficulty as you go. However, to get some of the recipes to unlock these items, you have to find blueprints, which you have to go out and explore to find the blueprint. And there are creatures in this game that will attack you. And if you have to manage your hunger, and you have to manage your food. You have to every so often the sun goes completely psycho and ruptures, and it wipes. So there's a strategy to that too. Man, this chair. I got new wheels. I got those, like, you can order online the new wheels that are almost like the old school rollerblader wheels. I got new wheels and I put them on my chair because my old ones are getting hair all in them and from the dog and whatnot. And these are so smooth now that just a little push and you take off. And I just put them on this morning, so it's hard to get used to them. Anyhow, I digress. So yeah, the StarRuptures wipes all of the plant life, so your food's all gone, water's all gone, things like that. But it also uncovers some cave systems or caves that you can go into and look at. It wipes all the bugs, the creatures that are in the game off, so you don't have to fight them. And so you can use that to your advantage when you're out exploring, so you don't have to fight the really tough bugs. You can, when it wipes out, like, this is a place to explore and there's lots of bugs there, and they get like, when you get way out here, they're really, really, really strong. And so if you wait until the rupture goes and it kills them all, and then you go to that area to explore, you don't have to fight anything. So there's some advantages to the whole deal if you plan, and so there's a strategy to it. And then you have these things like this that only open up when the stuff gets burnt off of the top of them. All the vegetation gets burnt off the top, and you can come in here and do a little resource gathering, which is typically like these blue crystals. Obviously, I've been in here, but you can get these plants out of here. What else is in here? Yeah, and all of it comes back. The water, the flora, everything comes back. It has a whole cycle. You get every 40 minutes. I think it's every 40 minutes that the plant life and everything will grow back, and so you have I need to write it down because you guys ask me that question a lot. Like, what is the cycle? And I never can fully remember the cycle. But you'll get this right here where it's at. And you get this for 5 to 7 minutes, I think it is, where there's no creatures and you can run around and basically explore everything and not have to fight anything. And then you get 3 or 4 minutes where the plants are growing back and the bugs aren't quite back yet. And then you get it to the natural habitat again. Everything's regrown, your food, everything's back again, and the whole cycle starts all over again. But then you have to fight the bugs and things like that. And so there's strategies in here, but because of that StarRupture, these base cores right here that you can put down, they dissipate the heat that is created from the rupture, so your stuff doesn't blow up. Yeah, I need some of that Miracle Grow. You're not kidding. So see, and you'll slowly see more green start to grow and show up on the ground and whatnot. So they've done a really, really cool graphical way that you can tell kind of how close you're getting to everything being regrown back. The sky changes, the grounds change. They've done a really, really great job in the environment as they've made this game. Really, really cool stuff. Real cool stuff. But yeah, your base cores, they have a certain amount of heat that they can absorb from your base, and the bugs, you learn through the story that these bugs that essentially were created by previous people on the planet, they're attracted to the electricity. So they will come attack your base and stuff like that. Yeah, I think it's every 40 minutes or so that the star ruptures. And so but it's not like the game... It's not like the game just totally screws you. I mean, you get like 3 or 4 warnings, plus you get... there's environmental elements and sound elements. Like you'll hear the wind blow harder. You'll see the plants start shaking like the wind's blowing them more. Shadows get longer. The sky gets redder, and you can see like, I don't know, like aurora borealis kind of lights shoot across the sky. So well, the only thing that hard resets is just the environment. All of your equipment stays working unless you have more equipment in an area than your base core can absorb. You can upgrade your base cores, or you can add other items to help dissipate the heat so your base keeps running. It's not... None of it in the game is so overwhelming that it can't be overcome if you just put a little mind power into the game. As soon as you can see, the grass is all growing back, and the sky's starting to clear more. So it's just the environment of the game is really awesome. Satisfactory. If you ever played Satisfactory is just purely building. They don't have any food or water requirements whatsoever. They don't, other than like the hogs and some of the bugs that occasionally are around resource nodes, but once you kill them off, they're gone. You never have to worry about them again. This game keeps those in there. So you're gonna continually get bugs respawning, and you have to worry about your food and your water. Not to the point that your food or water is overwhelming. Like it's not like some survival games where you spend almost as much time worrying about the food and water as you do, being able to explore. It's not that bad, but you have to keep your eyeball on it because you will take damage from it. And you do have to pay attention to your environment, because if you don't, then at some point, some you get the rupture will come through. I've been killed about, I don't know, 4 or 5 times from the rupture because I just hadn't been paying attention. I've been busy building or fighting or, doing whatever, not paying attention. The rupture happened and I couldn't get back to a habitat in time to not die. And there's a penalty. If you die, you lose like 10% of all of your stuff. So you're not getting off scot-free when you die. And you have to run back and get your stuff. So there's that part too. You're not free and clear when you die. And so it's got a lot of aspects and elements to it. And again, this is the first release early access. Okay, they haven't even come out with their first update yet. We don't even have the first update, and this is how good this game is. Now they've already said zip lines are coming, new production elements are coming, new animals are coming. So we have a lot of other stuff just in the first update that is going to be dropped. Death by rupture deletes 50%. Other deaths are 10%. Okay. But you can also, there are the lem. So in your exploration, through increasing your levels, and you increase these levels by doing these things, not skill points or anything like that. You unlock these lems, basically little computer chips that you can use with your character. And they increase stats. And so you can find these in the world. Excuse me. And some of them, like if you're somebody who's prone to dying a lot, there's lems that reduce the death penalty of items that you lose. Some of them reduce the food and water that you lose. Again, I don't. There's not a lot about this game that I'm just like, oh my God, that's so horribly punishing that I'm never going to recover. And that it's going to make me that mad. There's not that much in there that does that to me. There are some balancing elements that still need to be done, but I'll tell you, for a game that they're like, yeah, this is our early access or our early access game. Well, these guys, in my opinion, they knocked it out of the park for an early access. This game is literally more complete than some games that have released that say that they're a complete game. That's how crazy and how well that they've done this game. Okay, why did I not get? I need 400 more of those, man. Those are so expensive. I need 300 more. War bonds. Let's put that up. Let's research that. But they do a really good balance on a lot of things with this game. Milton, hello again. Again, your survival food, water elements are not ridiculous. It's not overbearing in any way. Give me a second. I'm looking for something. I'm not sure where I put it. Oh, look at there. I probably should take that over to the other base where those are being used. The ladders are a little wonky. There we go. Let's take that off. And we'll go here. But you have options for weapons, which is really cool. I'm not switching it out right now. I just wanted to use them up. Now this game's got just a. It's got a. It's just got a lot. Um, yeah, I get it. I have been burnt from early access games several times, but I'll tell you right now, this game is not one of those games. It is. It is hands down one of the better games that I've ever played. And when they talk about, so a lot of the time when they talk about factory games, production games, those things like that, they say that, Satisfactory is the gold star game, right? And they say that is the game. Everybody is going to be rated off of that. Well, if I was just in, so to put it in context correctly, if Satisfactory did their early access release that they did, and then you put this in its early access release right next to them, they would be side by side, neck and neck in quality and everything else. And in some cases, these guys did things that people pushed Coffee Stain to put in Satisfactory. So really, when it comes down to it, they're going to be neck and neck. When you talk Satisfactory, you're going to talk StarRupture right beside it. You give StarRupture 4 or 5 years like Satisfactory's had, and they're going to be 1 and 2. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. And I don't say that about video games lightly at all, ever, really. I'm very, very particular on what games I say I'm going to support and I don't support. And I 100% support these guys and StarRupture. I mean, for me, there's not even a question that it wouldn't be a good idea. Now, granted, you have to have some kind of like in these games too. Like, if you don't like building things and making factories and running, transportation lines and those kind of things like that, if you don't like that kind of game at all, then this is not going to be your game. But I'll tell you right now, my wife, who has never, ever, ever, ever played one of these games, this type of game, I got her into this game, and we started playing, and she has really actually liked this game. She thinks that the combat is pretty much right there. It's not overwhelming. It doesn't, control your whole game. The exploration is fun. She likes to explore and collect things, and so this is really up her alley. Get up there. Okay. You're going to be like that. And she's learning the building aspect of the game, but she's never played one of these games where you've got to do the factory building. But she's actually become pretty good at it. So she's picking up the tips and tricks and doing pretty well. So I think if you haven't tried one of these types of games, this one's a good one to start with. Let's see. I played a lot of Rust, Ark, and similar games. Love them. Honestly, I don't put my foot in my mouth, but I really do think that you would probably like this game. I honestly do. I think it would be worth the investment. I have played every ounce of this playthrough, though. I've played all of it on screen. I've done nothing in this game off screen in this playthrough, and this whole playthrough is they're on my Twitch and my YouTube. The unfortunate part for TikTok is TikTok only archives 1 hour streams, and if your stream in any form or fashion is over 1 hour, you can't you have to break it into 3 1-hour chunks or into 1-hour chunks to post. And God, that sucks. So if you want to see any of the rest of the playthrough, starting from the very beginning, you'll have to go over to my Twitch or my YouTube to catch those. Same name, survival_Jim. You can check it all there. Okay. All right. We need helium extractors. So we need to go right here. And then we're going to have to go over here and we've got to build out our wolfram. Because we're going to need... it's in the furnace, I think. Let's go over here and look real quick. We need to make synthetic, and we have to make ceramics first. And wolfram powder and the calcite sheets we just set up. We'll do that, and then we need the calcium powder that's being made right here. The ceramics we'll make from the other 2 items and the helium-3 all come here to make synthetic silicon. Okay. Yeah, some of these games and how large they are for downloads are ridiculous. So, Chris, on Saturday, I'm doing 8 of 8. I'm doing 8 survival crafting base building games, demos in 8 hours. Every demo gets 1 hour. So we're going to cover a whole bunch of them on Saturday. What I will try to do on that one, though, is I will try to edit those into 1-hour segments so they can stay on TikTok. I probably will honestly break them down. Well, you'll be able to catch the replays. It'd be awesome if you catch them as replays. Then I'll get views. But yeah, no, I'm gonna do a whole bunch. We're gonna check out a whole bunch of them. Okay, we got to go that way. And when there's a rupture, all this stuff right here disappears. If you get into that, it slows you down, does some damage, so you gotta avoid it. Still need your job for a bit. Yeah, I know that feeling. So does Safirio, even though he cheats just a little bit. He's like, yes. Yeah, you just keep that production line moving along there, Safirio. Oh my goodness, what kind of surgery are you getting? I got to do hernia next week. Going that way doesn't do me any good. Coming this way is going to be better. Yeah, I've had a little one for a few years, and then a couple weeks ago it became worse, and I finally got the VA to say, okay, we'll fix it. So they're gonna actually fix it for me this time. Adulting sucks. Nobody wants to adult. Heart ablation. Heart ablation. That's like burning? Like, is there something on your heart that I don't know? Explain that if you don't mind, because that's I'm always interested in that stuff. You gotta, you know. No, it's never too close to that helium, man. AFib. Okay. Well, they scared the hell out of me this last year. Freaking doctors, man. Freaking legs, feet, ankles swelled up, calves swelled up. Freaking went to see the doctor. She's like, no, you leave right now. You go over to the emergency room. And then they're like, yeah, we're going to order an echocardiogram. Freaking, like, they were all over, up in me and everything, man. I'm like, nobody's saying a word yet. I'm thinking, man, am I going to freaking keel over with a heart attack all of a sudden here? What the hell are y'all doing? Come to find out, and nothing wrong with me. I'm actually quite healthy. But they just, they made me nervous this last year. Okay, helium extractor. All right, let's get it on the deal. We're going to do it there. We want all of this to go that way. So we're going to do all those just like that. Atrial flutter, bordering on it. Wow, full-blown AFib. Ouch. That's crazy. Wallerstead, welcome. Well, I hope this next little piece works for you. If the other one, it mostly worked. Hopefully, maybe the second one will fully work. I don't know. Maybe. We can hope. Okay, so we need to send all this that way. So we need to rail, go there, rail, go there. Actually, we want those to come together. Okay, let's see if we can get these to behave. Yeah, you know, the way they get to your heart when they do those kind of surgeries, to me, is absolutely insane. Um, but my dad had some issues with his heart a couple years back, and they went in all through all kinds of weird directions to do his stuff, and it was quite the trip when he was explaining it to me on how they do all that to get to your heart. I'm like, man, to me it seems like there's got to be an easier way to get there, but I guess those arteries and stuff are freaking huge, and it's easier to actually, go through all up your leg into your chest and stuff like that than it is to actually just go in from some other way, because those arteries and stuff are so big. Still, it just seems kind of weird to me. Just think there would be better or easier ways to get to the heart than that. Okay, let's see. Errant signals, burn scar tissues. Map the electrical pattern of the heart. See, is modern medicine not just crazy? We can map the electrical patterns of your heart. It's nuts. I got myself all up in this nasty stuff. I gotta get out of it. This is a ridiculously long way to do this, but I don't have the transport stuff yet to ship these things over. So, okay, we gotta go over here. Okay, we're gonna go here. All right, so for now, we're gonna put that there. Yeah, I'm sure that it's not easy. Zeke. This game does have a lot of similarities. A lot of similarities to Satisfactory. In my opinion, this game adds the things that I felt Satisfactory was missing. So you have some food and water. You do have to worry about actual like survival stuff, your water and your food and your health and things like that. And there's far more creatures in this game that will legitimately attack you and your base. Like they try to take out your base, where like the hogs and the spider things and those elements that are in Satisfactory, they really just attack the player. They could care less about the base. These creatures try to shut your base down. The survival aspect of it is both in your food and water, and in your this star rupturing and catching you out here in the open and kicking your ass, which it will do if it catches you and you're not paying attention. And so, yeah, and so Satisfactory is also it's a push system. So in Satisfactory, you're Zeke. Thank you for that follow too. Appreciate that. If you liked Satisfactory at all, okay, if you even remotely liked Satisfactory, you will love this game. That I will absolutely state without any worry of upsetting anybody. This game has got the pieces. In my opinion, it's got all of the pieces that I wish Satisfactory would have had when I first started playing that game. And I put a lot of hours into Satisfactory. So yeah, no, I have streamed in this playthrough right here. We're 50 hours into this playthrough right here. I have probably another 250 to 300 hours in separate saves and playthroughs. I'll play this game. I have a save with my wife. We're 40 hours into it. I have a save. I played through the game. Ryan Smith, welcome. The Mermule, welcome as well. I played through the game and completed the World Engine, or the Forgotten Engine. It's called StarRupture. And it mixes in, like, there's certain things that you have to do. You have to go explore in the world. You have to, because that's how you find blueprints and things like that that you're going to need. So you can't just build a base. You've got to go find the blueprints of things that you need to build. You have to manage your base's heat level. There's an aspect of the game that you can avoid if you want, but if you upgrade your tower, your base core, if you upgrade it, then the creatures of the world every so often will try to attack it. And so then you'll have a little bit of a base defense piece to the game as well. But you can avoid doing that with some added strategy to the game in managing your base heat that is within the radius of your core, your base core. There's no yeah, kind of like they're trying to defend their territory. There's a whole lore aspect that you get, and a lot of it is explained when you get here in this world engine or forgotten engine. That they explain, and if you read the lore and go into it, basically they were failed. The creatures on the planet, or it's not a ship. It's an intentional. It's an intentional. Oops, gotta pay attention. Pay attention. It's an intentional environmental. What do they call it? Terraformer. But bad things happened, and things got out of control, and now you have these creatures and that kind of stuff. It's a lot of fun. This game is really a lot of fun. It doesn't. I don't think it. I don't think it overwhelms you in any one area with one aspect of the game. Combat is needed. You do have combat, but it's not overwhelming, and it's not everything in the game. Exploration is needed, but again, it's not overwhelming to where you literally have to look in every nook and cranny to find things that you're going to need for the game. It's not like that. And the production line building, again, it's not. It's part of the game, and it's not overwhelming. Like your production lines and stuff, they don't have to be massive. Ooh, you sneaky bastard. Oh, you too. They don't have to be, satisfactory massive in the way that they're built. You can build them in smaller little chunks all over the map and move stuff around. And so that's where it kind of sets itself aside, as it adds a lot of those elements, but none is so overwhelming. Like right now, my base is over there running, it's doing its thing, I don't care. It's just doing its thing, and I'm out here exploring and collecting. And I have spent whole streams where I've just run around and explored and collected and fought. And then gone back to a couple of streams of building. And then gone back out to explore. And so it's... And again, for what is released as an early access, which I'm just like, it's freaking crazy what these guys counted as an early access game. It's insane. I mean, literally, this is the map, okay? We were all the way down here. We came all the way up here. From where we're looking here, the world engine is all the way over there. Past the world engine is a whole other area. And all of these spots that are green, those are part of the map. They just haven't unlocked yet. So they're all going to unlock this map. This thing is massive. There's so much that they haven't unlocked yet, and yet, like you just said, it seems like a complete game. I mean, you could just release this, and it would be better than a lot of the games that have come out today as a final release game. The map is massive. It's all handmade, so it's not there's nothing procedurally generated, which concerns me only in the aspect that, like Satisfactory, when you hand make a map, eventually the map is going to get boring. Everybody's going to know where everything's at. The meta is going to come out. You're going to know exactly where you want to build for anything and everything. But the way that these guys currently seem to have their plan together, it's going to be a long time before that even remotely happens. A long time. These guys seem like they've, and it's very interesting because if you go back to when Satisfactory first released, and you try to find, if you could even find it now, I don't know if you could even find it, but their first roadmap was still pretty empty. These guys, their roadmap is full of stuff that they're going to put in the game and what they want to put in the game and what they want to do. It's I don't know. I just say that if you even remotely like the factory builder game, and you wanted one that has more of a survival element to it and a little bit more combat in it than what, say, Satisfactory had, this is a game for you. Without a doubt. You will love it. Absolutely love it. It would be awesome if they did do a map maker tool. That would be really cool. I could get behind that. Then all kinds of this. Then some of you very artsy people, you technically inclined people, could jump in there and make maps that are absolutely just insane, fantastic. But yeah. Camo Cartel, Steve Fowler, welcome. I don't know. I have zero reservations about recommending this game to people. I'm all in on this game. I love every aspect about this game. This game is so, and like I said, I've got hundreds of hours in this game already. They just, and I'm not upset about any of them. Okay, I got to set this up right because this comes out a little weird. It looks like there's a lot of room to build here, but it's not as much as you think. Okay, that's got to go that way. I'm 100% disabled. This is the other piece on this game. If I had the ability to tell them or ask them to do one thing, I would like them to give us 45 marks. Well, you got to get that gym workout in. I'll be back. I'm back just about every day. Noon, noon Mountain to 3, and then again at 4 all the way till 7. And I play this game, and I play 7 Days to Die in the evening times. So, Zeke, I definitely hope to see you back. Have a good time at the gym. Get that on. Morgosis. If you have this on your Steam wish list and you're trying to find a game to play, buy it. If you have any interest in this game, I'm 100% sure that you will absolutely love it. I've got so many hours into this game. It's kind of embarrassing in the amount of hours I put in this game in 6 weeks, which is the time that it's been out. 70% have some results to be determined. Another exam in a couple of weeks. Just keep after it, Chris. That's all I can say. Just keep after it. It's different for everybody. It's screwy every way they do it. Some cases, it's really actually kind of a freaking ridiculous pain in the ass. That's the biggest part that gets me is just my daughter's ex was in the military few years after me, but he hopefully she doesn't get mad at me, but he got in trouble and busted for driving with my granddaughters, and he was drunk and on cocaine, and he went to rehab and then went and refiled his VA claim, and he got 100%, all because he was drinking and driving and on drugs, and then because he went to rehab, and he got a freaking 100. I was so pissed. I'm like, the dude is a fat, huge piece of shit that could have killed my granddaughter, and because he went to freaking rehab, he gets 100%. And I have been fighting for 20 years to get my disability sorted. Apparently that's all it takes. Get drunk, get arrested for it, say you have a drinking problem, blame it on the military, go to rehab, and then file your claim. You'll get 100%. That's all it takes. Just be batshit crazy, break the law, and blame it on the military, and there you go. I was so mad. Because I've been doing everything right, following all the tests and the surgeries and everything that they wanted me to do, and I'm just like, and all I had to do is just get all jacked up and go to rehab. I'm like, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. This is the slow part of the game right here, is building a parking lot. You don't actually have to build a parking lot. You can just get away with putting stuff down. I like the parking lot because it helps me see the grid better. Oh yeah, yeah. No, I got out of the military in 2005. So I've been out 20 years now, 21 years now. And I just hit my 100. I just got my 100% last year. They hit me. They gave me 30 right out the gate, and then I went to 50. And then I got to 80. And then this last year they bumped me up to 100. Finally. I'm like, you guys are buttholes, because literally all of this stuff is the same stuff I've had problems with since the day that I got out of the military. And now you guys are going to say, oh, okay, that's 100%. What? I'm like, that's just bullshit. Well, I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you, for the longest time, we have fought, and my wife is Christy, who is on the stream. She's probably not paying a whole lot of attention, but she has seen how the VA has jerked me around to get appointments and to do a lot of the stuff that I'm supposed to do the right way and whatnot, and she understands, she gets it, but I tell you, it's actually becoming a little bit. They've started to get a little bit different, and I'm not 100% sure what's changed. But for the longest time, they wouldn't do anything. They wouldn't do anything for testosterone treatment for the military or for veterans. And now you can actually get testosterone treatment from the VA now, which is very interesting. And I've done that too. There was a lot of time I spent just dealing with the pain. And of course, this was early. This was in the early, 2005 to say 2012. Um, they just threw painkillers at it. They're like, "Oh, you're hurting? Here, we'll just renew that prescription for you." And and I'll guarantee you, there were a lot of veterans that became addicts because of the VA just throwing painkillers at you. Okay, yeah, I need to build. See, there's a sign that we got a rupture coming. I need to get a habitat down. I don't have a habitat down. Come on, get over here. Let's see, you're going that way. We'll do this right here. And then we'll do this from here to here. Go back up here, get a door put on, and get inside. Yeah, I just retired. I essentially just retired this last year. I um I just it all just kind of got a little overwhelming. But I did a lot of surgeries while I was working. I did several surgeries while I was working because the insurance and the approvals were faster than what the VA was giving me. And I'm like, okay, I'll just use my private insurance and get it done. And I've got pretty much everything done. But see, so there's another really interesting thing about the VA, right? I just found this out this last year. A little irritating. I'll be honest, a little irritating, but I did find this one out. Based on your um, based on your disability rating, you're put into a specific category. And that category determines the speed in which you get treatment. Because I've hit 100%, I'm in like a category 1, which means that anytime I call to get an appointment, I'm getting an appointment within 1 to 2 weeks every time. If I need a surgery, then I'm getting bumped up to get the surgery sooner than, say, somebody who's at 30%, which once we learned that, and they don't really tell you that, but once we learned that, it made sense of why when I was at 30%, it would take me 3 to 6 months to get in for an appointment. And now I can get an appointment next week. It's kind of jank. Everybody should have the same services. But yeah, it was a little disturbing that they do that. So, yep. So Christy is on. She gets. It's called Champ VA. The kicker to Champ VA is there's no dental. You can get a dental plan through them, and it's at a like a highly discounted. Like you can get Delta Dental through them, and it's pretty well discounted, but it doesn't cover it at 100%. And then the biggest thing about Champ VA is that you can use it anywhere, but you have to make sure that you ask the provider, do they accept it to start with? But you can use it at any doctor, any hospital, anything. Yeah, I had the same problem, but Christie's covered. Let's see. I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. I had somebody sneak in. Undead, are you? Did you sneak in, Undead? I could have swore Undead snuck in here. I saw him sneak in. TikTok's funky. You can hide. You can hide. You can hide so much on TikTok. It shows me that somebody came in, gives me your name, but then quickly disappears. And if you don't want to be shown on the list at the top, it says that there's 5 viewers, but I only see 3, which is pretty interesting. But it's better than YouTube or Twitch. They don't show you hardly anything if anybody's watching you. Oh shit. Okay, let's focus. We gotta focus. We gotta focus here. Where are we at? We're at 2 hours. All right, 1 hour. Buzz Light, welcome. I'm telling you, the retiring thing it's a little funky. I'll be the first to say it. It's a little. It has been a bit of a. It's been it's a transition that I am. So my normal job in life, my career after the military was project manager. Um, the government just retired you, huh? Okay, I gotta put this up somewhere. I need another one. There's not gonna be. I don't think there's gonna be enough with only 400 in the grid here. Can I get one of these up? I can get one of these up. I need to find a spot though. Heat level. The heat level from these solar panels is huge, man. They dump so much heat. Okay. That should do more than enough. All right. So the government just retired you. So explain that. I'm curious. How did the government retire you? Means you're not an air traffic controller. All right, we got to get all of our stuff over here. What are we at? We're at 8. Yeah, that's a pure. So that's 8. And I think this one's a 4 and that one's a 2. Yep. So there's 12. And these two will be 14. Yep, 14. And 4 is 18. And another 8. Oh my God. There's so much wolfram here. Ugh. Okay. How are we going to do this? I need to split this up. So there's 16. Okay, so if we do 8 and 8, or 8 and 4 is 12, and I take 1 from the 2, that makes 13, and I can do the same on the other side. So I need 13. So I need 13 smelters. All right, let's do this. How and where do we get 13? I think if I go that way. Yeah, I think we start all the way over here. How is that not stable? Well, if that's the case, I'm going to go all the way over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Wow, I don't. Okay, hang on. I gotta do that. 13. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this a different way. We're gonna have to do this double. So we're gonna have 6 and 7. Okay, we can do this. Yeah, I can understand, that being a thing. I'll be honest. I, I, I just straight burnt out. Um, and that's really kind of how it worked for me. I just, um, between the stress, all the years I spent in the military, and the stress that I had there, and the combat deployments and all that mix, and then I went into a job that as a doing project management. Um, I'm standing in the damn way. Okay, you can do this. Get out of the way. Uh, it just got to a point where three more. Okay, so if we do 7 on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we could do 7 right here. And then flip it around. I just couldn't do. I literally couldn't do the stress anymore. The stress was legitimately killing me. And so yeah, so I was pretty much forced into retirement. It's interesting because, like, now there are times that my wife's like, don't create, go and create chaos where there is no chaos. Spirit Riser, welcome. Because I've spent so much time of my life in a survival, fight or flight, super stressed, insane environments that my body literally has issues just trying to figure out how to function without having that stuff go on all the time. And I will start creating my own stress, just because that's my body is so used to having that stress level of an environment going on that it doesn't quite know how to function without that anymore. Um, it's really weird. You would think, oh yeah, no big deal, but it is. It really is quite. It is quite a large um, deal in your body. You spend so long living in that stress and having that high level of functionality and stress and all that stuff going on that just all of a sudden when you don't have that anymore, your body starts creating it. Like I inadvertently will start putting deadlines on myself that don't need to be there. Like I don't. I'm retired. I don't have to stress about that shit. I don't have any deadlines going on. But yet at the same time, my body will start being like, well, yeah, you got to get that done by Friday. You gotta do that. You gotta do that now. I don't have to, but I'll start stressing myself out. And she's like, "Would you stop?" I'm like, "I can't help it. It just happens." And it does. I don't know. It's quite weird. Quite weird how your body learns very bad habits, and then it takes it takes effort to unlearn those bad habits when you start doing stuff like that. It's not easy to unlearn bad habits like that when it's a mental, it's a mental screwball kind of thing. I'm getting there though. I'm getting there. It's just it takes a lot of mental work to be like, okay, I do not have a deadline. I do not have, nobody is yelling at me. Nobody is going to die because I don't get the lawn mowed today. That kind of stuff. And you think, what world were you in where somebody might die if you didn't mow the lawn? It's like, no, it's not really that. It's just, it's my brain creating that undue, unneeded stress because it doesn't know how to function without some kind of stressful event trying to go on all at the same time. It's, do you really? How cool is that? Well, if I ever get my book finished, and I get to a point where I need a narrator, at least now I know one. I don't necessarily have I don't have deadlines really for my book. Um, you won't get it done if you don't get this factory built. You're not kidding. Never get it done. Um, I do have a an editor that I'm working with, and I'm actually kind of behind. I need to. I'm gonna take time next week with my hernia surgery to work on my book, but I got edits I got to get through, and but it's a lifelong dream to be able to get to write this book. So I'm I'm dedicated to it. I'm gonna get it done. But there's so much about writing that I thought I knew that I didn't know, and I had this whole book, chunked out in my head, and then I started writing on it, and then the editor started asking me questions like, what does that look like? What is this based off of? We'll explain that in a little more detail. I'm like, oh my God. I didn't even think about that, and then it's like, how do you explain that? How do you write that out? How do you explain that to somebody who maybe doesn't know about weapons? So how do you do those things to somebody who's never seen those things? And it's eye opening. Oh my God, they collected them all, huh? That's too funny. Yeah, I got them too. Bev Coral, welcome, welcome. I just recently bought I just recently bought a whole bunch of um, the foam things to put on my walls and whatnot to help reduce the sound and those things like that at in my office, um, and there's a hallway, yeah, echo management, and there's a hallway right in our house, and we don't really have anything on the walls, but from one part of the house, when you talk, it bounces off all of the hallway, all the way down the hallway and all the way back. And so I've been trying to do stuff with the hallway so that it doesn't, the echo isn't so horrible and so loud up and down the hallway. But as soon as my kids my adult children all finally move out, I have a whole piece in the basement where we're putting in, because Christy is a cosmetologist, and she is also a Matrix product line. Matrix does all kinds of hair and color, and they provide all the products. She's a Matrix trainer and does training classes and whatnot, and so she needs a studio area for her to be able to record in and whatnot. So we've got a spot that as soon as we can get it cleared out, we're going to remodel it and put 2 studios in there, one for my content creation and streaming, and one for her content creation and training classes. And so she can do her stuff, and both of us can have silence and whatnot in those areas. Yeah, we did get it. I did buy a curtain. We did get a curtain the other day. Okay, we need. I think I want 2 of these, so we're gonna put one right there, and one right there. And then we'll do from here to here, and from here to here, and then we got to go from here. Here. Can I get to here? There. Okay. Oh yeah, I absolutely bet the recording is way harder to do than the streaming. Like right now, I'm streaming and I have my window open. So, I don't have near the issue when it comes to those kind of things that you would have for, say, narrating a book. I'm sure that's a whole different ball game right there. There's a YouTube page. Well, I think that they have 3 of them. I don't know if it's a group of guys. I don't know much about them, but they have like 3 pages. And they do book narration on YouTube, but it's not. I don't think it's full-blown audiobooks. I think it's short stories, really. But sometimes they'll show their faces and where their little recording studio. And I swear some of these guys are sitting on a stool with their mic right here, and literally it's like, here's the wall. There's no room. It literally is just like they're doing it in a closet. All right, so we've got the first set of Wolfram coming through now. Yeah, that dead silence is a piece that's is the monster. Okay, so we needed Wolfram powder and Wolfram wire. So we need 2 things here, and that's so this side. I guess we could just do We could do powder over here. No. What did I need? Shit. So this is the part of the game that irritates me right here, is trying to remember what you need for certain items. They don't have like a compendium in that you can find. You have to come to this recipe deal, or you have to build the item to do it. We are trying to do synthetic silicone, and we need to do ceramics. And ceramics take powder. Okay, powder and sheets. So we need to do powder. Powder is the one that we need to do. Okay. All right, so we got 13. We got to put in the powder now, so we need furnaces. So here is where so that connects to that. That goes to that. I can... One... Let's do this. 2... 3... 4... 5. Can I get 6 right here? 6. Okay. Now, what is the ratio? What is the ratio? I create 3 every 2 seconds. (6'7". Ripley Creek, welcome. I really just need to make as much as I possibly can of this stuff. So if I'm pumping out 2 every 2 seconds, and I'm going to use 1 every 2 seconds. Man, I can make a lot of these. Okay, well, let's not go overboard. Let's just do this. Okay, I think I probably got more than enough of these to be screwing around with. So then we got to come out here, and then we got to take these. I'm going to be right on the edge of my level. Okay. All right. Rock wool. I don't know what rock wool is. Oh yeah, no, I'm with you, dude. Um, it's it's a little weird. I'll be the first to admit it's a little weird. Um, Trying to figure out, like some days I wake up and I feel like, I've got to do something. I've got to do something. Um, and it's like, no, I don't have shit to do today. And Christy will ask me, she's like, what are you doing today? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing today. I'm doing whatever the hell I want to do today, I guess. because I don't have anywhere to be. And that's really, really odd. Because I've spent so much of my life working and having somewhere to be that now I don't have somewhere that I like absolutely have to be, other than maybe say a doctor's appointment. It's really, really weird. But I did make a. Can you make a zip line? Not yet. It's coming in the next, in the first game update that they're gonna have. They've already said zip lines are in that update, and everybody who's playing this game, we are eagerly anticipating. But yeah, zip lines are coming. I haven't heard anything about any other vehicles, but zip lines are definitely in there, which I think I was playing this game about our third episode or so, and I'm like, this game really needs zip lines. And then I found out last week that, yeah, they're doing zip lines. And I was like, sweet! So excited. Because there's a lot of running. This map is freaking gigantic, and early game, man, you do so much running that it really kind of gets freaking a little tiring and a little sickening. But if you drive as quickly as you possibly can to the point of getting through having getting the power core, and once you get the power core, then you can go into the world engine or forgotten engine, and you can get the teleporter, and that makes life way easier. That's all I'm doing. I would like it to become my second career. I would love it if it became my second career. But initially, I'm like, I just want to do it. I don't have anything. I got no other reason other than I just want to try it. And see how it goes. And I didn't have a lot of expectations out of it. I thought, I'll probably start playing, and enough people will shit talk me into death, and I'll quit playing. I'll quit doing it. But oddly enough, it has been very, very popular, and I've had a lot of support. And it's been kind of surprising. So I've kept on doing it because I have a good time. I have a good time playing. I'm going to play games anyway. It doesn't matter. That's not going to change anything for me. I'm going to play a video game. But why not do it and talk to other people and do that kind of stuff at the same time? And so we gave it a whirl, and it's odd. It was very odd. It kind of took me back. I posted a couple of videos. I started primarily on Twitch, and then I would dual stream over to YouTube as well, and then I would post some stuff on YouTube. And some of my videos and stuff, I had some people get on, well, not on the stream, but on the video later, and made comments, and people that I didn't even know, no clue who they were, no nothing, were telling this person, telling these people, shut up, he's just having a good time, leave him alone. and they came to my defense, and literally like cleared out my comment section on when it came to trolls and whatnot, and I was floored. I'm like, no way. And so it's been a hit ever since. Been having a really good time with it, and yeah, I'm having a great time. I'm having a lot of fun. Um, the only downside is though is my book is not getting written. I need to quit screwing around and get my book written. But I have a lot of fun talking to people and getting to know people and that kind of stuff too. So it's not a bad thing. Okay, this has got to connect to there. There we go. And then I'll do this to there. Actually, what I should do is take this off, take this off, take this one, and go from here. Can I get it there? I can. There we go. Problem solved. A lot of the cases I'd say the exact same thing. But I'm a huge person when it comes to video games. I love video games. Have since the first day I ever touched an Atari 2600. It has just been my thing. And so whether I talk to anybody about video, I'll talk your ear off about video games. If we met in person, and you're like, oh, hey, have you ever played, Starfield, or have you ever played this game or that game? I'll sit there and, we might as well pull up a chair. I'll sit there and talk to you forever about it. Toady, thank you for those likes and stopping by. I'll sit there and chat with you about video games all damn day long. And so I figure, why not do it while I'm playing a game? I'll play a game and we can talk video games. We'll talk any video game that we got out there. And so that's what I get to do. Talk video games. All kinds of video games. All right, so we have our powder set up. Do we have our ability yet? Yes, we do. We can ship it out. Okay, so now I need two of these. Let's put one right there. And let's put one right here. Ugh. Okay. Buzz Light. Yep, yeah. I'll just sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. My wife hates it sometimes. I'll meet a complete stranger and we'll start talking video games and you'd think we were best friends since the dawn of time. She'll be like, you know that person? I'm like, no. I don't have a clue who they are. So I get to hang out at home, be retired. I get to play video games, have a good time. Maybe I build a survival gym brand out of the whole thing, and it becomes a big deal. Which, to be honest, I would love it if it did. I would absolutely love it if it did. If I could get this to explode and become a really big deal and become a full-time thing all the time, and I could have some people doing video editing and stuff for me and that kind of deal, I absolutely would do it in a heartbeat. If it never becomes anything, and the best thing that I do is write my book, then I'm okay with that too. I'm just fine with that as well. My big piece is, in all honesty, I really want my book to become something more than anything. All right, so we need 13 more. I don't know if I have enough. Man, yeah, I don't have enough I don't have enough pieces to put some of this together. And we are setting up a lot of heat to here too. So if you look at this, we're 765 heat out of 1,000. We're gonna have to put I'm gonna have to put a few of these heat amplifiers down. Granted, the it's the furnaces that generate a shit ton of heat. The rest of it will be some smelters. Just pissed off your youngest. Life is good. Oh, I love it when I do it. I love embarrassing all my kids are adults. I mean, my youngest is 23, 22. And I love embarrassing them. And now my granddaughters are getting older. My granddaughters are 6 and going to be 5. And my granddaughters are going to be, they're going to be even better to drive bonkers with. Okay, we need to go put down some cargo. Let's see if I can get 13 smelters in here. This is a lot of empty space I don't want to lose, so I may have to flippity flop this. You know what? I'm going to flippity flop that. I'm going to flippity floppity these. I'm going to do this a little bit different. You gotta go, and then we're gonna do transporter. I'm gonna hit C. I'm gonna be in the way, aren't I? I'm gonna put one there, and I'm gonna put one there. I think this is gonna work. I think this is gonna work. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. Oh yes, this is gonna work way better. Okay, work. Oh my goodness, 2 years as of 2 weeks ago. Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna start right there. 1, 2. Nope, we can't do that. If I take it that way 1, though, I can do it. Okay. One, 2, 3. Turn it around. How'd I screw that up? What? Well, all of our kids relish being as dumb as possible. That's how they work it. I always have to remember, though. I always have to try to go back and remember. When I was that age, would I have listened? And would I be dumb as shit? And every time I go back and I look, I'm like, yeah, okay, I gotta forgive them because I would have been just as freaking stupid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 12, 13. You know, but I think if you seriously went back, like, my dad's still around, and yeah, there's no getting out of it. I was dumb as shit. I was dumb as shit. I think my hard part when it comes to my kids is the fact that, like, my wife and I don't want them to make the same stupid mistakes we made. No, you can't protect them from their own stupid selves. You can't protect them from their own dumb self. I did get lucky though. Yeah, like I graduated high school, and 30 days later, I was in the army. And so, but as a teenager, I was an idiot. Absolutely dumb shit. All right, let's connect these. Okay, that should connect from there to there. All right. All right, and then we got to connect from there to there. Okay, I do this better. I don't know what it is about putting the rails in, but I do them so much better when I'm on the ground. Ooh, alrighty, where are we at? Where are we at? All right, we're gonna get this finished. We're gonna get this finished today. I'm kind of surprised, honestly. I was concerned maybe I wouldn't get it done. Oops. Ah, come on. Wasn't sure if I was gonna get her knocked out. Okay, we need Wolfram bars. Oh, you know what? I miscalculated. I miscalculated big time. Damn it. It takes two. No, probably, maybe not. I don't know. I think I miscalculated. I think I have way too many smelters for the amount of wolfram that's available. Because the intake is two to create two. See, and if I do titanium, no, titanium's two and two. Oh, I think I created. I think I did too much. Okay, well, you definitely got me beat. Because I don't have to take any college. They just said, here, come on. Well, what'll happen is it'll all catch up. Is what's going to go on. Is like this is now. They're building up they're building up in the silos. But if I go all the way over here, like this guy's, oh, he's 100. Why are you not? Apparently he's not needed. So they'll just build up in the silos while I'm off doing other things and not paying any attention to it. It'll just take its time, which is no big deal. It'll be there and available when the time comes. So I really don't need to be worried about it. It'll just keep working as long as there's room to keep pushing it forward. It'll just keep on rolling. It'll just keep it on, keep it on. We'll do the same here. Get all these lit up and in here. Wait a second. You're in the wrong spot, dude. What are you doing there? You are not supposed to be there. Alrighty. Let's get some storage put in. I don't know if I should go that way or this way. We'll go this way. Yep. Okay. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we've got powder. So now we need wire. And 13 of these bad boys needs 13. Oh, I don't have enough room. I'm going to have to build off over this way. So we're going to have to go up. Yeah, I'm going to do this. We need a little bit more room, so we're going to have to take this all up just one height. Get ourselves stretched out just a tad here, which is, it's fine. We only clear out this stuff. It's all the same. No big deal. Clean it up. Man, we're gonna be producing so much stuff right here. Okay. So now we can take this and we're gonna jack it up. Right there. Yeah. Face full of slobber is always a bit much. Dang, we're getting another wave already? Yeah, we should be able to get stuff on here now. right. You just keep on barking. I'm going to keep on working. All right, let's close the holes so I don't fall through. Okay, that should do us. Now we just got to get, and I definitely do not have enough pieces to put down 13 fabricators. So, yep, I'm out of the way. I'm out of the way. Ripley Creek. Almost look like I could do some efficiency down here. You see how slow that's all moving up here? Massive complexes for no reason at all. There's reason. There's reason behind it. I promise. There's reason behind it. I have a reason. I need this material that I have to send to other places to make more shit for no reason at all. Woo-wee. It's a little hot outside. Here. Oh yeah. Forgot we got a whole new path of stuff that we have to make. Well, I guess I'll start with that. And put some more there in there, and we'll add a little bit more of that. And we can't do. Okay, we need another 5,000. 3, 1, 4,000. Okay. All right, off we can go. How much time we got here? We got a few more minutes. All right, up we go. All right, so we need 13 fabricators up here. Zork, welcome. Yeah, see, that's a good thing I went this way. So if we do this and put a support right here. Good morning. Can I get it to fish? Right there, I can. A little wackadoodle, wide uphill, but it'll work. Now we need, how many can we get put down? That's the question before we have to go back. Fabricators. All right, here. 1. 2. You know what? I actually flip these around. Yep, flip them around. Okay, now I'm standing in the wrong, quit. Okay, stand right here, and you should be good. Okay, if I flip these around, I can take it to the center. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I squeeze a 7? I can't squeeze a 7. Okay, now we just got to flip it around. What are you doing? What are you doing? Not enough resources. Okay. All right, we got to go back. We got to go back. Got to go get resources. So we'll have to finish this up tomorrow. Oh, I don't have a way to get back from right here. Hang on. I need to go raid. I need to raid. There's some... shit, hopefully they're still open. There's some caves right here that I need to raid. Andreas D. Heisend? I'm going to try it. Andreas, welcome. Thank you for the follow. I'm horrible with names, I know, so if I'm butchering it, I apologize. I do it to everybody. You're not alone. Close. Okay. Whoop, whoop. I'll take close. I'll take close all day long. Okay, let's see. Got that. We need blue. We need the little blue crystals. That's what we need out of here. Ah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, it's so good. Because these are what help us make the portals. If you don't have these, you can't make the portals. So you want to collect as many of these as you can from the caves whenever you have the opportunity. Because it takes 5 of these to make 100. And it takes 500 to make a single portal. Okay, is there one that is close by? That is not one. That is not one. We may be over here. Can we get to that one? That's a long run. It's a long run. We need more so we can get another portal, put it over at that spot, because we're gonna have to come back and forth a couple of times. Run! Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. We cut across this hill right here. We need those blue crystals. We're gonna have to take an opportunity to probably spend some time running around and planning on getting more of those if we're going to expand, which obviously we are going to expand. Oh, so close. Come on. It's right here. Right here. Oh, you can do it. You can do it, Sparker. There we go. There we go. Okay. We're in here. Are we building on the north side of the map? Right now, we are on the furthest east. I'll show you where we're at here in just a moment. That's all we got out of this? That sucks. I do not know if I have time. I think there's one more right over here. Christy is the gatherer in our group. Man, that woman, she used to drive me nuts in when we were playing World of Warcraft. Woo, I made it. Okay. Man, I'm like, let's go do this dungeon or whatever. It'd take us an hour to get there because she literally would stop and gather every flower, plant, bulb, food, everything. Just trying to get there. I'm like, oh, I just want to get there and do the quest. I don't want to take forever. Yeah, she's that kind of person. Which when it comes to like 7 Days to Die, that game, it's awesome. She collects all that trash, and then we end up needing it, and it's nice to have it. Okay, and then the other one's way over there. I don't know if I'm gonna make the one that might be down the hill. We're gonna be really close if we try to get to this one down the hill. How close am I? Straight off down the hill. We're gonna pull some crazy shit, see if we can get there in time. How close? Oh, it's gotta go right. Gotta go right. Yeah, that's it. I'll be running along. I'll be cruising right along, headed to the quest, and all of a sudden I look back and I'm like, "Where are you? What are you doing?" I'm like, you were just right there. Oh, well, I saw this flower and I needed it for this, and off she went. And then she saw another flower after that, and another flower after that, and before I know it, she was nowhere to be found. All right, we're right here. Gather these few things, and we're done. We'll run up to the. Oh, we got out before. Wow, man, we did good. We did really good. I can't believe we got through all those before it closed back up. Sweet. Good deal. All right, let's run over here to our base. We got to go all the way back to the home base, the main base. But we have a portal over here that we can jump from, and we will jump back to the main base. I don't think we'll see. Let's get up here because no, I don't even have the other. I don't have enough building material to build the rest of this over here. Damn. This right here, this whole thing, the bigger your base gets in this game and the more area you cover in this game, you get that little bit of pause when the autosave is going off. And I think that's the one main reason I'm just dying to get the update so that gets fixed, because it's driving me nuts every time it goes to save. Where did I put this thing? Oh, there it is. All right, back to the main base. Okay, so Andreas, east, way east. We were all the way over here and down in here, and that is way east. The problem that you have, or the obstacle that you have here, getting out here, is this area right here. You've got a mountain on this side, you got a mountain on this side, and right in here is a ton of bugs. And at least one, if not two, and on occasion 3 Goliath bugs that are a pain in the ass to kill. So you have to really try to like skirt the edge on either side to try to get around this area, or you wait until there's a rupture and then you're able to just run past. And then you can get yourself over here. That's the biggest problem. Now, up in here, The other big problem, you can sneak through right in here. There's a spot to sneak through, but right here blocking that path is this empty sleeve base, this outpost right here. And it has at least one Goliath at it and a whole bunch of other bugs as well. So you've got to you have to either wait for a rupture to get through on either spot to get over to this spot, which, I mean, you've got, there's so much titanium right here. There's like at least three pure titanium nodes right there. Another one over here. You've got this massive wolfram field that we were just working in that has 2 pure, 2 normal, and 1 weak node or poor node in this area. Then you've got this area of calcite. It's got 2 pure and 2 normal nodes in here. Plus then I think this is a normal node right down here. And then you've got 3 helium right there in the middle. So right in this area, you have everything but the sulfur. And then you've got sulfur over here. And I think there's sulfur up north of right here as well on this far east side of the map. Yeah, the armored bugs, the Goliath. Yeah, they're called Goliath. But yeah, they're hanging out in here. So you can, when you hit this big sulfur field, if you go up top and you stay to the right side along the mountain here from where these 2 helium are, and you stay to the right, you only have this one abandoned base right here. But it has at least 1 Goliath bug in it. And then you come across here, there's a Goliath bug here. But if you wait till a rupture, right, you can come across here or down here, and then you can come right to this area. It's a nice flat spot right in here with a whole bunch of titanium. And you can put a base core and a habitat down in here, and that pretty much opens up everything out in here. There is another Goliath bug right here, but if you sneak in like I've done on either side of it, and you put your base core down, when the next rupture comes through, that Goliath bug is gone. They get wiped out and they don't respawn. But you have to put your base core down first, and then after the rupture, the bug doesn't respawn. So that's the only catch-all right there, because sometimes if you put that base core down, they'll come attack it and you. So you just gotta kind of judge where your core's down, and you can take that bug out without ever having to fight it. But this wolfram field up here, there are no bugs there. There's no Goliath up there. There's no nothing there. So if you sneak through either side and you find all this titanium right here, you drop down a base and a habitat, you just come right off the edge, come right up the hill, and you can get all this wolfram. And it is so much. Again, 2 pure, 2 normal, and one impure. That's a lot. That's a lot of stuff right there that you can then ship it out. You put in your little dispatchers, your little drone machines, and you just start shipping it out everywhere you need it. No big deal. And then, of course, from the starter area that you're at, if you go north and come through this wolfram in here, there's 3 or 4 pures and a couple of normals, and I think there's only 1 impure. And then these right here are mislabeled. This is a bug. These right here are actually helium on this side. So that's how you can get a lot of stuff. But you get over to this east side over here, and man, there's so much titanium and wolfram and stuff here. You get your little cores down, let that rupture go off and wipe all the bugs out. Man, you can set up a lot of production of items out here. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that is our 3 hours of StarRupture. Oh yeah, yeah. North has got a lot of good stuff too, but the bugs get worse, bigger, and more up here. But eventually, you have to go to Redleaf. Redleaf is one you have to go to. So if you get up this direction, you're going to want to put down a core, base core, and a habitat. Wait until the rupture goes off, and then come in here into Redleaf, because you've got to find 3 keys. You have to find 3 keys to unlock the door that gets you the blueprints that you're going to need, and the blueprints are only here, up at Redleaf. So you have to get up here and do this. And there's like 2 or 3 Goliaths and a ton of other bugs that are up here. So when you work your way all the way up, and you'll know the area when you get to it. There's a big satellite dish right above it, and the rocks are all craggy, and you got this red water and stuff. You'll see it. You'll know it. You're going to want to put a habitat and a base down, and then wait. If you're playing by yourself, absolutely wait until a rupture goes off, and then run here to Redleaf. There's 3 keys in Redleaf that you have to find, and you kind of have to find them in an order, so that you can unlock where the next one's at, and then unlock where the next one's at. And then when you have all 3 of them in the central area, is these 2 habitats that are 3 stories tall, and you got to go up in there and unlock the door that gets you to where the blueprints are at, and it's a requirement. You have to go there for it. And if you're playing by yourself, wait till a rupture and then go. If not, man, it's a pain in the ass, like a big pain in the rear. But on my Twitch and my YouTube channel, I do have all of that recorded when I went there and did those. So you can go look for those and just see how to do those as well as how to do the world engine. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, I am out. Time to take a break. We'll be back 45 minutes from now. We'll be back with 7 Days to Die. Survivalist difficulty. The only difficulty harder than that is insane. So we are playing top tier. We are in the wasteland. So we're having all kinds of fun there, doing some new POIs, points of interest, that we've never done before. Having a good time with that series and doing that. It's been a lot of fun. And then don't forget, Saturday, we're doing 8 of 8. 8 demos, 1 hour each for 8 hours on Saturday, this coming Saturday. So make sure you do that. Follow, like, subscribe, share, do all those things. We're going to cover 8 games that are they are survival, crafting, building games. And we're going to check them out and have some fun with that. I haven't been able to do them on the channel, but I'm taking a whole day. I'm taking 8 hours, and we're going to do that. Nope, I don't play Star Citizen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hey, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out wherever you're at. Have a good morning, good afternoon, and I'll be back in 45 minutes with 7 Days to Die.